Now, fair Hippolyta, our nuptial hour draws on apace. 4 happy days bring in another moon. And oh, methinks how slow this whole moon wanes. She lingers my desires.
4 days will quickly steep themselves in night. 4 nights will quickly dream away the time. And then the moon, like to a silver bow new bent in heaven, shall behold the night of our solemnities.
Hippolyta, I wooed thee with my sword, and won thy love doing thee injuries. But I will wed thee in another key, with pomp, with triumph and revelring. Oh, Philostrates! Stir up the Athenian youth to merriment, so wake the pert and nimble spirit of mirth. The pale companion is not for our pomp.
Happy be Theseus, our renowned Duke.
Thanks, Gorgias. What's the news with him?
Full of vexation come I with complaint against my child, my daughter, Hermia. Stand forth, Demetrius. My noble lord, this man hath my consent to marry her. Stand forth, Lysander. And, my gracious Duke, this man hath witched the bosom of my child. Thou, Lysander, thou hast given her rhymes and interchanged love tokens with my child. Thou hast by moonlight at her window sung with feigning voice verses of feigning love, and stolen the impression of her fantasy with bracelets of thy hair, rings, gauds, conceits, knacks, trifles, nosegays, sweetmeats, messengers of strong prevailment in unhardened youth. With cunning hast thou filched my daughter's heart, turned her obedience, which is due to me, to stubborn harshness. And my gracious Duke, be it so, she will not hear before your grace consent to marry with Demetrius. I beg the ancient privilege of Athens, as she is mine, I may dispose of her, which shall be either to this gentleman or to her death, according to our law.
What say you, Hermia? Be advised, Hermia, to you your father should be as a god. Demetrius is a worthy gentleman.
So is Lysander.
In himself he is, but in this kind, wanting your father's voice, the other must be held the worthier.
I would my father look, but with my eyes.
Rather, your eyes must with his judgment look.
But I beseech your grace that I may know the worst that may befall me in this case, if I refuse to wed Demetrius.
Either to die the death, or to abjure forever the society of men. Therefore, fair Hermia, question your desires. Know of your youth, examine well your blood, whether, if you yield not to your father's choice, you can endure the livery of a nun. To live a barren sister all your life, chanting faint hymns to the cold, fruitless moon.
So will I grow, so live, so die, my lord, ere I will yield my virgin patent up unto his lordship, whose unwished yoke my soul consents not to give sovereignty.
Take time to pause. And by the next new moon, the sealing day betwixt my love and me for everlasting bond of fellowship, upon that day, either prepare to die for disobedience to your father's will, or else to wed Demetrius as he would, or on Diana's altar to protest for aye austerity and single life.
Oh, relent, sweet Hermia, and Lysander, yield thy crazy title to my certain right.
You have her father's love, Demetrius. Let me have Hermia's. Do you marry him?
Scornful Lysander, true he hath my love, and what is mine, my love shall render him, and she is mine, and all my right of her I do estate unto Demetrius.
My lord, I am as well derived as he, as well possessed. My love is more than his. My fortunes every way is fairly ranked. And, which is more than all these boasts can be, I am beloved of beauty as Hermia. Why should not I then prosecute my right? Demetrius, I'll avouch it to his head, made love to Nida's daughter, Helena, and won her soul. And she, sweet lady, dotes, devoutly dotes in idolatry upon this spotted and inconstant man.
I must confess that I have heard so much, and with Demetrius thought to have spoke thereof. But being overfull of self-affairs, my mind did lose it. Come, Hippolyta, Demetrius and Aegeus, go along. I must employ you in some business against our nuptial, and confer with you.
With duty and desire we follow you.
For you, fair Hermia, look you arm yourself to fit your fancies to your father's will, or else the law of Athens yields you up to death or to a vow of single life.
Why is your cheek so pale? How chanced the roses there do fade so fast?
Belike for want of rain, which I could well beteem them from the tempest of my eyes.
Ay me, for aught that ever I could read, or could ever hear by tale or history, the course of true love never did run smooth. But either it was different in blood, or if there were a sympathy in choice, war, death, or sickness did lay siege to it, making it momentary as a sound, swift as a shadow, short as any dream, brief as the lightning and the collid night that in a spleen unfolds both heaven and earth, and ere a man hath power to say, behold, the jaws of darkness do devour it up. So quick bright things come to confusion.
If then true lovers have been ever crossed, then let us teach our trial patience, because it is the customary crosses, due to lovers' thoughts and dreams and sighs, wishes and tears. Poor fancies follow us.
A good persuasion. Therefore hear me, Hermia. I have a widow aunt, a dowager. From Athens is a house remote 7 leagues, and she respects me as her only son. There, gentle Hermia, may I marry thee. And to that place the sharp Athenian law cannot pursue us. If thou lovest me, then steal forth thy father's house tomorrow night, and in a wood a league without the town, where I did meet thee once with Helena, to do observance to a morn of May, there will I stay for thee.
My good Lysander, I swear to thee by Cupid's strongest bow, by his best arrow with the golden head, by the simplicity of Venus' doves, by that which knitted souls and prospers loves, by all the vows that ever men have broke, in number more than ever women spoke. In that same place thou hast appointed me, tomorrow truly will I meet with thee.
Keep promise, love. Look, here comes Helena.
Godspeed, fair Helena. Whither away?
Call you me fair? That fair again unsay. Demetrius loves your fair. Oh, happy fair. Your eyes are lodestars, and your tongue's sweet air more tunable than lark to shepherd's ear, when wheat is green, when hawthorn buds appear. Oh, teach me how you look, and with what art to sway the motion of Demetrius' heart.
I frown upon him, yet he loves me still.
Oh, that your frowns could teach my smile such skill.
His folly, Helena, is no fault of mine.
None but your beauty. Would that fault were mine.
Take comfort. He no more shall see my face. Lysander and myself will fly this place.
Helen, to you our minds we will unfold. Tomorrow night, when Phoebe doth behold her silver visage in the watery glass, decking with liquid pearl the bladed grass.
Through Athens' gates have we devised to steal, and in the wood where often you and I upon faint primrose beds were wont to lie, emptying our bosoms of their counsel sweet. There, my Lysander and myself shall meet, and thence from Athens turn away our eyes to seek new friends and stranger companies. Farewell, sweet playfellow. Pray thou for us, and good luck grant thee thy Demetrius. Keep word, Lysander. We must starve our sight from lovers' food till morrow, deep midnight.
I will, my Hermia. Helena, adieu. As you on him, Demetrius dote on you.
How happy some or other some can be. In Athens I'm thought as fair as she. But what of that? Demetrius thinks not so. He will not know what all but he do know. And as he is doting on Hermia's eyes, so I admiring of his qualities. Love looks not with the eyes, but with the mind, and therefore is winged Cupid painted blind. I will go tell him of fair Hermia's flight. Then to the wood will he tomorrow night pursue her, and for this intelligence, if I have thanks, it is a dear expense. Herein mean I to enrich my pain, to have his sight thither and back again.
In all our company here...
You were best to call them generally, man by man, according to the script.
Here is the scroll of every man's name which is thought fit through all Athens to pray an interlude before the Duke and the Duchess on his wedding day at night.
First, good Peter Quince, say what the play treats on. Then read the names of the actors, and so grow to a point.
Mary, our play is the most lamentable comedy and most cruel death of Pyramus and Thisbe.
A very good piece of work, I assure you, Anna Mary. Right, now call forth the actors with a scroll.
Answer as I call you. Nick Bottom the Weaver.
Ready? Name what part I am for and proceed.
You, Nick Bottom, are set down for Pyramus.
What is Pyramus, a lover or a tyrant?
A lover that kills himself most gallant for love.
That'll ask some tears in the true performing of it, huh? If I do it, let the audience look to their eyes. I will move stores. Yet my chief humour is for a tyrant. I can play Hercules rarely. or part a terra cat in to make all split. The raging rocks and the shivering shocks shall break the locks of prison gates. And if a car shall shine from far and make or more of the foolish fates. That was lofty, eh? Right, now name the rest of the players. As a tyrant's vein, a lover's more condoling.
Francis Flute the bellows bender.
Here, Peter Quince.
Flute, you must take Thisbe on you.
What is Thisbe?
It's the lady that Pyramus must love.
Nay, pray, let me not play a woman. I have a beard, come.
That's all one you shall play to the mask. And you must speak as smooth as you will.
And I may hide my face. Let me play Thisbe too. I'll stick in a monstrous little voice.
Thisbe! Ah, Pyramus, my lover dear,
No. You must play Pyramus and Flute you Thisbe.
Well, proceed.
Robin Starveling the tailor. Robin Starveling.
Here, Peter Quince.
Robin Starveling, you must play Pyramus' mother. Thisbe's mother.
Thisbe's
And Tom Snout the tinker, you were Pyramus' father. Myself, Thisbe's father.
Oh,
Snug the joiner. You the lion's part. And I hope here's a play fitted.
Have you the lion's part written? I pray you, if it be, give it me, for I am slow of study.
You may do it extempore, for it is nothing but roaring.
let me play the lion too. I'll roar.
I'll roar to any man's heart put to hear. I'll roar that I'll make the Duke say, let him roar again, let him roar again.
And you should do it too terribly, you would fright the ladies that they would scream. And that's enough to hang us all.
Oh, it ain't at all every mother's tongue.
But I will aggravate my voice, so that I will roar you as soft as any sucking dove. I'll roar you
and to any nightingale. Woof. Woof.
You can play no part but Pyramus. But Pyramus is a sweet-faced man. Oh, a most lovely, gentleman-like man. Therefore you must needs play Pyramus.
Oh, bully bottom. I will undertake.
Boy, that's the spirit, boy. Hearing your part, I am to entreat you, request you, desire you to con them by tomorrow night, and meet me in the palace wood, a mile without the town, by moonlight. There will we rehearse. If we meet in the city, we shall be dogged with company and our devices known. In the meantime, I will draw a bill of properties, such as our play wants. Oh, I pray you, fail me not.
We will meet, and there we may rehearse most obscenely and courageously. Take pains, be perfect. Adieu.
At the Duke's Oak, we meet.
Enough. Hold, or cut bowstrings.
Spirit, with a wonder you.
The hill over dale, thorough bush, thorough briar, I do wander everywhere. Swifter than the moon is sphere, but I serve the fairy queen to dew her orbs upon the green. I must go seek some dewdrops here and hang a pearl in every cowslip's ear. Farewell, thou love of spirits, I'll be gone. Our queen and all her elves come here and on.
The king doth keep his revels here tonight. Take heed the queen come not within his sight. For Oberon is passing fell and wroth, because that she, as her attendant, hath a lovely boy, stolen from an Indian king. She never had so sweet a changeling, and jealous Oberon would have the child, knight of his train, to trace the forest wild. But she, perforce, withholds the loved boy, crowns him with flowers, and makes him all her joy. And now, they never meet, in grove or green, by fountain clear or spangled starlight sheen, but they do swear. And all their elves, for fear, creep into acorn cups and hide them there.
Either I mistake your shape and making quite, or else you are that shrewd and knavy sprite called Robin Goodfellow. Are not you he?
Now speaks to right. I have met many wanderer of the night. I jest to Oberon and make him smile, when I a fat and bean-fed horse beguile, neighing in likeness of a filly foal, and sometimes lurk I in a gossip's bow, in very likeness of a roasted crab, and when she drinks, against her lips I bob, and on her withered dewlap pour the ale. The wisest aunt, telling the saddest tale, sometime for 3-foot stool mistaketh me. Then slip I from her bum, down topple she, and Taylor cries, and falls into a cough, and in a whole choir laugh and neeze and swear. And merrier hours never wasted them. But num ferry, here comes Oberon.
And here my mistress, would that he were gone.
By moonlight, proud Titania.
Oh, jealous Oberon, fairy skip hence. I have forsworn his bed and company.
Tarry, rash wanton! Am not I thy lord?
Then I must be thy lady. But I know that never since the middle summer spring met we on hill and dale, forest or mead, by paved fountain or by rushy brook, or in the beached margent of the sea, to dance our ringlets to the whistling wind. But with thy brawls thou hast disturbed our sport. Therefore the winds, piping to us in vain, as in revenge, have sucked up from the sea contagious fogs, which falling in the land hath every pelting river made so proud that they have overborne their continents. The ox hath therefore stretched his yoke in vain, the ploughman lost his sweat, and the green corn hath rotted ere his youth attained a beard. The fold stands empty in the drowned field, and crows are fatted with the Marian flock. The 9 men's morris is filled up with mud, and the quaint mazes in the wanton green, for lack of tread, are indistinguishable. The seasons alter. Hoary-headed frosts fall in the fresh lap of the crimson rose, and on old Hiam's thin and icy crown an odorous chaplet of sweet summer buds is as in mockery set. The spring, the summer, the childing autumn, angry winter change their wonted liveries, and the mazed world by their increase now knows not which is which. And this same progeny of evils comes from our debate, from our dissension. We are their parents and original.
Do you amend it then? It lies in you. Why should Titania cross her Oberon? I do but beg a little changeling boy to be my henchman.
Set your heart at rest. The fairy land buys not the child of me. His mother was a votress of my order, and in the spiced Indian air by night full often hath she gossiped by my side, and sat with me on Neptune's yellow sands, marking the embarked traders on the flood, when we have laughed to see the sails conceive and grow big-bellied with the wanton wind, which she, with pretty and with swimming gait following, the womb then rich with my young squire, would imitate and sail upon the land to fetch me trifles and return again, as from a voyage rich with merchandise. But she, being mortal, of this boy did die, and for her sake do I rear up her boy, and for her sake I will not part with him.
How long within this wood intend you stay?
Perchance till after Theseus' wedding day. If you will patiently dance in our round and see our moonlight revels, go with us. If not, shun me, and I will spare your horns.
Give me that boy and I will go with thee.
Not for thy fairy kingdom. Fairies, away! We shall chide downright if I longer stay.
Go thy way. Thou shalt not from this grove till I torment thee for this injury. My gentle Puck, come hither. Now rememberest since once I sat upon a promontory and heard a mermaid on a dolphin's back uttering such dulcet and harmonious breath that the rude sea grew civil at her song, and certain stars shot madly from their spheres to hear the sea maid's music.
I remember.
That very time I saw. But thou couldst not. Flying between the cold moon and the earth, Cupid all armed. A certain aim he took and loosed his love shaft smartly from his bow, as it should pierce 100,000 hearts. Then marked I where the bolt of Cupid fell. It fell upon a little western flower, before milk white, now purple with love's wound. And maidens call it love in idleness. Fetch me that flower, the herb I showed thee once. The juice of it, on sleeping eyelids laid, will make or man or woman madly dote upon the next live creature that it sees. Fetch me that herb, and be thou here again, ere the Leviathan can swim a league.
I'll put a girdle round about the earth in 40 minutes.
Having once this juice, I'll watch Titania when she's asleep and drop the liquor of it in her eyes. The next thing then she waking looks upon, be it on lion, bear, or wolf, or bull, on meddling monkey, or on busy ape, she shall pursue it with a soul of love. And ere I take this charm from off her sight, as I can take it with another herb, I'll make her render up her page to me. But who comes here? I am invisible, and I will overhear their conference.
I love thee not, therefore pursue me not. Where is Lysander and fair Hermia? Thou told me they were stolen unto this wood, and here am I and wood within this wood, because I cannot meet my Hermia. Hence, get thee gone and follow me no more. I tell you, I do not nor cannot love you.
Even for that do I love you the more. I am your spaniel, and Demetrius, the more you beat me, I will fawn on you. Use me but as your spaniel, spurn me, strike me, neglect me, lose me, only give me leave, unworthy as I am, to follow you.
You do impeach your modesty too much. To leave the city and commit yourself into the hands of one that loves you not, to trust the opportunity of night with the rich worth of your virginity.
It is not night when I do see your face.
Let me go. Or, if thou follow me, do not believe but I shall do thee mischief in the wood.
I, in the temple, the town, the field, you do me mischief. Why, Demetrius, your wrongs do set a scandal on my sex.
I'll run from thee and hide me in the brakes and leave thee to the mercy of wild beasts.
The wildest hath not such a heart as you. Cannot fight for love as men may do. We should be wooed, and we're not made to woo. I'll follow thee and make a heaven of hell, to die upon the hand I love so well.
Fare thee well, nymph. Ere he do leave this grove, thou shalt fly him, and he shall seek thy love. Welcome, wanderer. Hast thou the flower there?
Aye, there it is.
I pray thee, give it me. I know a bank where the wild thyme blows, where oxlips and the nodding violet grows, quite over-canopied with luscious woodbine, with sweet musk roses and with eglantine. There sleeps Titania some time of the night, lulled in these flowers in dances and delight. And there the snake throws her enameled skin, weed wide enough to wrap a fairy in. And with the juice of this I'll streak her eyes, and make her full of hateful fantasies. Take thou some of it. Seek through this grove. A sweet Athenian lady is in love with a disdainful youth. Anoint his eyes, but do it when the next thing he espies may be the lady. Thou shalt know the man by the Athenian garments he has on, effected with some care, that he may prove more fond on her than she upon her love. And look thou meet me ere the first cock crow.
Fear not, my lord, your servant shall do so.
Come now, a roundel and a fairy song. Then, for the third part of a minute, hence. Some to kill cankers in the musk rosebuds. Some war with rear mice for their leathern wings to make my small elves' coats. And some keep back the clamorous owl that nightly hoots and wonders at our quaint spirits. Sing me now to sleep, then to your offices, and let me rest.
You Scottish snakes with Dolly hedgehogs been at sea. Newts and blind ones do no wrong. Come not near queen. Hence away, hence away. You Scottish snakes with double tongue, funny hedgehogs be not seen. Hence away, hence away. Philomel with melody, singing a sweet lullaby, lullaby. Never harm nor spell nor charm, never lovely lady died. So good night, so good night, so good night, so good night, so good night with a lullaby. So good night, so good night, so good night, so good night, so good night with a lullaby. So good night, with a lullaby. So good night, so good night with a lullaby. Hence away, now all is well. One aloof stands
What thou seest when thou dost wake, do it for thy true love take. Love and languish for his sake, be it ounce or cat or bear, pard or boar with bristle hair. In thy eye that shall appear when thou wakest, it is thy dear. Wake when some vile thing is near.
Fair love, you faint with wandering in the wood. And to speak troth, I have forgot our way. We'll rest us, Hermia, if you think it good, and tarry for the comfort of the day.
Be it so, Lysander. Find you out of bed, for I upon this bank will rest my head.
One turf shall serve as pillow for us both. One heart, one bed, two bosoms, and one troth.
Nay, good Lysander, for my sake, my dear, lie further off yet. Do not lie so near. So far be distant, and good night, sweet friend. Thy love ne'er alter till thy sweet life end.
Amen. Amen to that fair prayer, say I, and then end life when I end loyalty. Here is my bed. Sleep give thee all his rest.
With half that wish, the wisher's eyes do press.
Through the forest have I gone, but Athenian found I none, on whose eyes I might approve this flower's force in stirring love. Night and silence, who is here? Weeds of Athens he doth wear. This is he, my master said, despised the Athenian maid. And here the maiden, sleeping sound, on the dank and dirty ground. Pretty soul, she dares not lie near this lack love, this kill courtesy. Churl, upon thy eyes I throw all the power this charm doth own. So, awake when I am gone, for I must now to Oberon.
I charge thee hence, and do not haunt me thus.
Wilt thou darkling leave me? Do not so.
Stay on thy peril, I alone will go.
I'm out of breath in this fond chase. The more my prayer, the lesser is my grace. Happy is Hermia wheresoe'er she lies, for she hath blessed and attractive eyes. But who is here? Lysander on the ground, dead or asleep. I see no blood, no wound. Lysander, if you live, good sir, awake.
And run through fire I will for thy sweet sake. Transparent, Helena. Nature shows her art. That through thy bosom makes me see thy heart. Where is Demetrius? Oh, how fit a word is that vile name to perish on my sword!
Do not say so, Lysander. Say not so. What though he love your Hermia, Lord, what though? Yet Hermia still loves you. So be content.
Content with Hermia? No, I do repent the tedious minutes I with her have spent. Not Hermia, but Helena I love. Who would not change a raven for a dove? The will of man is by his reason swayed, and reason says you are the worthier maid.
Wherefore was I to this keen mockery born? When at your hands have I deserved such scorn? Is not enough, young man, that I did never, no, nor never can, deserve a sweet look from Demetrius' eye, but you must flout my insufficiency. Good truth, you do me wrong. Good truth, you do. In such disdainful manner me to woo, but fare you well. Perforce I must confess I thought you lord of more true gentleness. Oh, that a lady, if one man refuse, should by another therefore be abused.
She sees not Hermia. Hermia, sleep thou there, and never mayst thou come Lysander near. And all my powers address your love and might to honor Helen and to be her knight.
Help me, Lysander! Help me, do thy best to pluck this crawling serpent from my breast. And me for pity, what a dream was here. Lysander, look how I do quake with fear. Methought a serpent ate my heart away, and you sat smiling at his cruel prey. Lysander, not removed. Lysander! Lord! What, out of hearing gone? No sound, no word? No. And I well perceive you are not nigh. Either death or you I'll find immediately. Lysander! Lysander!
What hempen homespuns have we swaggering here, so near the cradle of the fairy queen?
Ah, well, we all met.
We believe for you.
And here's a marvellous convenient place for our rehearsal. This green plot shall be our stage. This hawthorn brake our tiring house, and we will do it in action, as we will do it before the Duke.
Peter Quince.
What sayst thou, bully bottom?
There are things in this comedy of Pyramus and Thisbe that'll never please. First, Pyramus must draw a sword to kill himself, which the ladies cannot abide. Now, how answer you that?
Fire like in a parlor sphere.
I believe we must leave the killing out when all is done.
Not a whit. I have a device to make all well. Write me a prologue, and let the prologue seem to say we will do no harm with our swords, and that Pyramus is not killed indeed, And for the more better assurance, tell 'em that I, Pyramus, am not Pyramus, but Bottom the Weaver. It is a put 'em out of fear.
Well, we will have such a prologue, and it shall be written in 8 and 6.
Nay, make it 2 more. Let it be written in 8 and 8.
Will not the ladies be afeard of a lion?
I fear it, I promise you.
Masters, to bring in, God shield us, a lion amongst ladies is a most dreadful thing. For there is not a more fearful wild fowl than your lion living, and we ought to look to it.
Therefore, another prologue must tell he's not a lion.
Nay. Alfie's face must be seen through the lion's neck. And he must speak through saying thus, or to the same defect. Ladies, or fair lady, I would wish you, or I would request you, or I would entreat you not to fear, not to tremble, my life for yours. If you think I come hither as a lion, 'twere pity on my life. No, I am no such thing. I am a man as other men are. And there let him name his name and tell him plainly that he's snug to join.
It shall be so, but there is 2 hard things. That is, to bring the moonlight into a chamber. For Pyramus and Thisbe, did meet by moonlight.
Does the moon shine the night we play our play?
Calendar. Look in the almanac.
Find
that moonshine. Find that moonshine.
It does shine that night.
Oh, well then, look, may you leave a casement of the great chamber window where we play open, and the moon may shine in at the casement.
Or else one must come in with a bush of thorns and a lanthorn and say he comes to disfigure or to present the person of moonshine. Then there is another thing. We must have a wall in the great chamber. For Pyramus and Thisbe, says the story, did talk through the chink of a wall.
You can never bring in a wall. How say you, Bottom?
Some man or other must present wool, and let him have some plaster or some loam or some rough cast about him to signify wool, and let him hold his fingers thus, and through that cranny shall Pyramus and Thisbe whisper.
Well, if that may be, then all is well. Come, stand up. Every mother's son, and rehearse your parts. Pyramus, you begin. When you've spoken your speech, enter into that break. And so everyone according to his cue.
What? A play toward? I'll be an auditor. An actor too, perhaps, if I see cause.
Speak, Pyramus. Thisbe, stand forth.
Thisbe, the flowers, odious, savours, sweet.
Odors,
savours, sweet. So hath thy breath, my dearest Thisbe dear. But hark, a voice, stay thou but hear a while, and by I will to thee appear.
A stranger Pyramus than e'er played here.
Must I speak now?
Aye, marry, must you. For you must understand, he goes but to see a noise that he heard and is to come again.
Most radiant Pyramus, most lily-white of hue, of colour like the red rose on triumphant briar, most frisky juvenile, and eke most lovely Jew, as truest horse that yet would never tire. I'll meet thee, Pyramus, at Ninny's tomb.
Ninus tomb, man. I don't... You must not speak that yet, because that you answer to Pyramus. You speak all your part at once, cues and all. Pyramus, enter, your cues past. It is, never tire.
Oh, as true as truest horse that yet would never tire.
If I were fair, Thisby, I were only thine.
Oh, monstrous! Oh, strange! We're haunted! Oh, pray, master! Fly, master! Fly,
I'll follow you. I'll lead you about around. Through bog, through bush, through brake, through briar. Sometime a horse I'll be, sometime a hound. A hog, a headless bear, sometime a fire. And neigh and bark and grunt and roar and burn. Like horse, hound, hog, bear, fire at every turn.
Why do they run away? There's a knavery of them to make me afeard.
Oh, Bottom, thou art changed. What do I see on thee?
What do you see? You see an acid of your own, do you?
Oh, bless thee, Bottom. Bless thee. Thou art translated.
This is to make an ass of me, to fright me if they could, but I will not move from this spot, do what they can. I'll walk up and down, and I'll sing to show 'em I'm not afeard. The as little cock so black of you with orange tawny bill, the throstle with his note so true, the wren with little quill. E-oh.
What angel wakes me from my flowery bed?
The finch, the sparrow, and the lark, the frank on cuckoo, whose note full many a man doth mark, and dares not answer nay. E-oh. E-oh.
I pray thee, gentle mortal, sing again. Mine ear is much enamoured of thy note, so is mine eye enthralled to thy shape, and thy fair virtue's force perforce doth move me on the first view to say, to swear, I love thee.
Oh, methinks, mistress, you should have little reason for that. And yet, to say the truth, reason and love keep little company together nowadays.
Thou art as wise as thou art beautiful.
Oh, not so neither. But if I had wit enough to get out of this wood, I'd have enough to serve me own turn.
Out of this wood do not desire to go. Thou shalt remain here, whether thou wilt or no. And I do love thee, therefore go with me. I'll give thee fairies to attend on thee, and I will purge thy mortal grossness so that thou shalt like an airy spirit go. Peas blossom, cobweb, moth, mustard seed. Be kind and courteous to this gentleman. Hop in his eyes and gambol in his walks. Feed him with apricots and dewberries, with purple grapes, green figs and mulberries. The honey bags steal from the humble bees, and for night tapers drop their waxen pies, and light them in the fiery glowworm's eyes, to have my love to bed and to arise.
E-oh.
The wings from painted butterflies, to fan the moonbeams from his sleeping eyes. Nod to him, elves, and do him courtesy.
I cry your worship's mercy heartily. I request your worship's name.
Cobweb, sir.
Oh, I shall desire you of more acquaintance, good Mistress Cobweb. Your name, honest gentleman.
Peas blossom.
And your name, I beseech you, sir.
Mustard seed.
Oh, good Master Mustard Seed, I know your patience well. That same giant like ox beef has devoured many a gentleman of your house.
I promise you, your kindred has made my eyes water ere now. I should desire you of more acquaintance, good master, must please.
Come, wait upon him. Lead him to my bower. Tie up my love's tongue. Bring him silently.
I wondered if Titania be awaked, then what it was that next came in her eye, which she must dote on in extremity. Here comes my messenger.
How now, mad spirit, what night rule now about this haunted grove?
My mistress with a monster is in love. Near to her close and consecrated bower, while she was in her dull and sleeping hour, a crew of patches, rude mechanicals, were met together to rehearse a play intended for great Theseus' nuptial day. The shallowest thick-skin of that barren sort, whom Pyramus presented in their sport, forsook his scene and entered in a break. What I did him at this advantage take, and as his knoll I fixed on his head. Anon his Thisbe must be answered, and forth my mimic comes. When they him spy, as wild geese that the creeping fowler eye, or russet-pated chaps many in sort, rising and cawing at the gun's report, sever themselves and madly sweep the sky. So, at his sight, away its fellows fly. I led them on in this distracted fear, and left sweet Pyramus translated there. When, in that moment, so it came to pass, Titania waked, and straightway loved an ass.
Falls out better than I could devise. But hast thou yet latched the Athenian's eyes with a love juice, as I did bid thee do?
I took him sleeping, that is finished too, and the Athenian woman by his side.
Stand close. This is the same Athenian.
This is the woman, but not this the man.
Oh, why rebuke you him that loves you so? Lay breath so bitter on your bitter foe.
Now I've but tried, but I should use thee worse, for thou I fear hast given me cause to curse. If thou hast slain Lysander in his sleeping, or shoes in blood, plunge in the deep and kill me too. The sun was not so true unto the day as he to me. Would he have stolen away from sleeping Hermia? It cannot be but thou hast murdered him. So should a murderer look, so dead, so grim.
So should the murdered look, and so should I, pierced through the heart with your stern cruelty.
What's this to my Lysander? Where is he? Ah, good Demetrius, wilt thou give him me?
I'd rather give his carcass to my hounds.
Out dog, out cur! Thou drivest me past the bounds of maiden's patience. And hast thou slain him then? Henceforth be never numbered among men. And hast thou killed him sleeping? Ah, brave touch. Could not a worm, an adder, do so much?
You spend your passion on a misprized mood. I am not guilty of Lysander's blood, nor is he dead for aught that I can tell.
Pray thee, tell me then that he is well.
And if I could, what should I get therefore?
A privilege, never to see me more. And from thy hated presence part I so. See me no more, whether he be dead or no.
There is no following her in this fierce vein. Here, therefore, for a while, will I remain.
What hast thou done? Thou hast mistaken quite and laid the love juice on some true love's sight. About the wood go swifter than the wind, and Helena of Athens look thou find. All fancy sick she is and pale of cheer, by some illusion see thou bring her here. I'll charm his eye against she do appear.
I go. Look how I go. Swifter than arrow from the Tartar's bow.
Flower of this purple dye, hit with Cupid's archery, sink in apple of his eye. When his love he doth espy, let her shine as gloriously as the Venus of the sky. Shh, shh. When thou wakest, if she be by, beg of her for remedy.
Captain of our fairy band, Helena is here at hand, and the youth mistook by me pleading for a lover's fee. Shall we their fond pageant see, Lord, what fools these mortals be?
Stand aside. The noise they make will cause Demetrius to awake.
Why should you think that I should woo in scorn? Look, when I vow, I weep. And vows so born in their nativity, all truth appears.
You do advance your cunning more and more. These vows are Hermia's. Will you give her all?
I had no judgment when to her I swore.
No, none in my mind. Now you give her all.
Demetrius loves her, and he loves not you.
Oh, Helen, goddess, nymph, perfect, divine. To what my love shall I compare thine eyne? Crystal is muddy. Oh, how ripe in show thy lips, those kissing cherries tempting grow. That pure congealed white, high Taurus snow, fanned with the eastern wind, turns to a crow when thou hold'st up thy hand. Oh, let me kiss this princess of pure white, this seal of bliss.
Oh, spite! Oh, hell! I see you all are bent to set against me for your merriment. And you not hate me as I know you do, but you must join in souls to mock me too.
You are unkind, Demetrius. Be not so, for you love Hermia. This you know I know. And here, with all goodwill, with all my heart, in Hermia's love, I yield you up my part. And yours of Helena to me bequeath, whom I do love, and will do to my death.
Never did mockers waste more idle breath.
Lysander, keep thy Hermia. I will none. If e'er I loved her, all that love is gone. My heart to her but as guest-wise sojourned, and now to Helen is it home returned, there to remain.
Helen, it is not so.
Look where thy love comes, yonder is thy dear.
Thou art not by mine eye, Lysander, found. Mine ear, I thank it, brought me to thy sound. But why unkindly didst thou leave me so?
Why should he stay, whom love doth press to go?
What love could press Lysander from my side?
Lysander's love that would not let him bide.
You speak not as you think, it cannot be.
Lo! She is one of this conspiracy. Injurious Hermia, most ungrateful maid. Have you conspired? Have you with these contrived to bait me with this foul derision? Is all the counsel that we two have shared, the sisters' vows, the hours that we have spent when we have chid the hasty-footed time for parting, is all forgot? All school days' vows, all childhood innocence? We, Hermia, like two artificial gods, have with our needles created both one flower, both on one sampler, sitting on one cushion, both warbling of one song, both in one key, as if our hands, our sides, voices and minds had been incorporate. So we grew together, like to a double cherry, seeming parted, but as a union in partition, two lovely berries molded on one stem. And would you rend our ancient love asunder to join with men in scorning your poor friend? It is not friendly. It is not maidenly.
Helen, I am amazed at your words. I scorn you not. It seems that you scorn me.
Did you not send Lysander as in scorn to follow me and praise my face and eyes, and make your other love Demetrius, who even but now did spurn me with his foot, to call me goddess, nymph, divine and rare.
I understand not what you mean by this.
I do, Persephone. Counterfeit sad looks. Make mouth upon me when I turn my back. Wink at each other. Cook the good jest up, but fare you well. It is partly my own fault, which death or absence soon shall remedy.
Stay gentle, Helena. Hear my excuse. My love, my life, my soul, fair Helena.
Oh, excellent!
Sweet, do not scorn her so.
If she cannot entreat, I can compel.
Thou canst compel no more than she entreat. Thy threats have no more strength than her weak prayers. Helen, I love thee, by my life I do.
I say I love thee more than he can do.
If thou say so, withdraw and prove it too.
Quick, come.
Lysander, where to tends all this?
Hang off, thou cat-mouthed bar. Vile thing, let loose, or I will shake thee from me like a serpent.
Why are you grown so rude? What change is this? Since night you loved me, yet since night you left me. Why, then you left me. Oh, the gods forbid, in earnest, shall I say?
Aye, by my life, be certain, nothing to it. 'Tis no jest that I do hate thee and love Helena.
Oh, me, you juggler. You canker blossom, you thief of love! What have you come by night and stolen my love's heart from
Pray, have no modesty, no maiden shame, no touch of bashfulness. Oh! What, would you tear impatient answers from my gentle tongue? Why fire you counterfeit, you puppet, you...
Puppet? Oh. Why so? Aye, that way goes the game. Now I perceive that she hath made compare between our statures. She hath urged her height, and with her personage, her tall personage, her height, forsooth, she hath prevailed with him. And are you grown so high in his esteem because I am so dwarfish and so low? How low am I, thou painted maple? Oh, speak! How low am I? I am not yet so low, but that my nails can reach unto thine eye.
Oh, I pray you, though you ask me, gentlemen, let her not hurt me. I was never taught. I have no gift at all for shrewdness. I am a right maid for my coward. Oh, let her not strike me. You perhaps may think, because she's somewhat lower than myself, that I can match her.
Lower again. Nothing but low and little.
Good Hermia, do not be so bitter with me. I evermore did love you, Hermia.
Oh, be not afraid. She shall not harm thee.
No, sir, she shall not, though you take her part.
When she is angry, she is keen and shrewd. She was a vixen when she went to school. And though she be but little, she is fierce.
Little again. Nothing but low and little. Why will you suffer her to flout me thus? Let me come to her.
Oh, get you gone, you dwarf. You minimus of hindering knotgrass maid.
Oh!
You bead. You acorn.
You are too officious in her behalf that scorns your services. Let her alone. Speak not of Helena. Take not her part. If thou dost intend never so little show of love to her, thou shalt abide it.
Now follow, if thou darest, to try whose right of thine or mine is most in Helena.
Follow? Nay, I'll go with thee, cheek by jowl.
You, mistress, all this coil is long of you. Nay, go not back.
I do not trust you. I no longer stay in your cursed company. Your hands and mine are quicker for a fray. My legs are longer, though, to run away.
I am amazed and know not what to say.
This is thy negligence. Still thou mistakest, or else committest thy knaveries wilfully.
Believe me, King of Shadows, I mistook.
Seest these lovers seek a place to fight. I, therefore, Robin, overcast the night. The starry welkin cover thou anon with drooping fog as black as Acheron. And lead these testy rivals so astray as one come not within another's way. Like to Lysander, sometime frame thy tongue. Then stir Demetrius up with bitter wrong. And from each other look thou lead them thus, till o'er their brows death counterfeiting sleep, with leaden legs and batty wings doth creep. Then crush this herb into Lysander's eye, whose liquor has this virtuous property to take from thence all error with his might, and make his eyeballs roll with wonted sight. When they next wake, all this derision shall seem a dream and fruitless vision. Whilst I in this affair do thee employ, I'll to my queen and beg her Indian boy, and then I will her charmed eye release from monsters' view, and all things shall be peace.
My fairy lord, this must be done with haste, for night swift dragons cut the clouds full fast, and yonder shines Aurora's harbinger, at whose approach ghosts wandering here and there troop home to churchyards, damned spirits all.
But we are spirits of another sort. I with the morning's love of oft made sport, even till the eastern gates, all fiery red, opening on Neptune with fair blessed beams, turns into yellow gold his salt green streams. But notwithstanding haste, make no delay. We may effect this business yet, ere day.
Up and down, I will lead them up and down. I am feared in field and town. Goblin, lead them up and down. Here comes one.
Where art thou, proud Demetrius? Speak thou now!
Here, villain, drawn and ready, where art thou?
I will be with thee straight.
Follow me then, plain up bound.
Lysander! Speak again, thou runaway, thou coward, art thou fled? Speak! In some bush?
Thou coward, telling the bushes thou look'st for wars?
Where dost thou hide thy head?
One child, he is defiled and draws a sword on thee.
Yea, art thou there?
Follow my voice, we'll try no manhood here.
Ah!
He goes before and still he dares me on. When he comes when he calls, then then he is gone. The villain is much lighter heeled than I. I followed fast, but faster he did fly. Oh. Had fallen am I in dark, uneven way, and here will rest me. Come, thou gentle day, for if but once thou show me thy grey light, I'll find Demetrius and revenge this spite.
Where art thou now?
Come hither, I am here.
Nay, then thou mockst me. Thou shalt buy this dear, if ever I thy face by daylight see. Now go thy way. Fateness constraineth me to measure out my length on this cold bed. By day's approach, look to be visited.
Weary night. Oh, long and tedious night. Abate thy eyes. Shine comforts from the east. And sleep that sometimes shuts up sorrow's eyes. Steal me a while from mine own company.
Yet but 3. Come, one more. 2 of both kinds makes up 4. Here she comes, cursed and sad. Cupid is a knavish lad, thus to make 4 females mad.
Never so weary, never so in woe, dabbled with the dew and torn with briars. I can no further crawl, no further go. Here will I rest me till the break of day.
On the ground sleep sound. I'll apply to your eye gentle lover remedy. When thou wakest, thou takest true delight in the sight of thy former lady's eye. And the country proverb known, that every man should take his own, in your waking shall be shown. Jack shall have Jill, naught shall go ill. The man shall have his mare again, and all will be well.
Down upon this flowery bed, while I thy amiable cheeks do coy, and stick musk roses in thy sleek smooth head, and kiss thy fair large ears, my gentle joy.
Where's Peas Blossom?
Freddie?
Oh, scratch my head, Peas Blossom. Where's Mistress Cobweb?
Ready?
Oh, Mistress Cobweb, good mistress. Get you your weapons in your hand and kill me a red-hipped humblebee on the top of a thistle. And, good Mistress Cobweb, have a care the honey bag break not. I'd be loath to have you overflown with honey bag, Signorina. Where's Mounseer mustard seed?
What you will?
Not good Mounseer mustard seed, but to help Cavalieri Peas Blossom to scratch. Oh, I must to the barbers, methinks, for I am marvellous airy about the face. and I'm such a tender ass, if my hair do but tickle me, I'm a scratch.
Oh, say, sweet love, what thou dost ask to eat.
Truly a peck of provender. Oh, I could munch your good dry oats. Methinks I have a great desire to a bottle of ale. Good ale, sweet, I have no fellow.
I have a venturous fairy that shall seek the squirrel's hoard and fetch thee thence new nuts.
I'd rather have a handful or two of dried peas. But I beg you, sir, let none of your people stir me. I have an exposition of sleep come upon me.
Sleep thou, and I will wind thee in my arms. Fairies, be gone, and be always away. So doth the woodbine the sweet honeysuckle gently entwist. The female ivy so enrings the barky fingers of the elm. Oh, how I love thee, how I dote on thee.
Welcome, good Robin. Seest thou this sweet sight? Her dotage now I do begin to pity, for meeting her of late behind the woods, seeking sweet favours with this hateful fool, I did upbraid her and fall out with her. For she his hairy temples then had rounded with coronet of fresh and fragrant flowers, and that same dew which sometimes on the buds was wont to swell like round and orient pearls, stood now within the pretty floweried eyes like tears that did their own disgrace bewail, when I had at my pleasure taunted her, and she in mild terms begged my patience. I then did ask of her changeling child, which she straight gave me, and her fairy sent to bear him to my bower in fairyland. And now I have the boy. I will undo this hateful imperfection of her eyes. And, gentle Puck, Take this transformed scalp from off the head of this Athenian swain, that he, waking when the other do, may all to Athens back again repair, and think no more of this night's accidents, but as the fierce vexation of a dream. But first, I will release the fairy queen. Be as thou was wont to be, see as thou was wont to see. Dian's bud or Cupid's flower has such force and blessed power. Now, my Titania, wake you my sweet queen.
My Oberon, what visions have I seen? Methought I was enamored of an ass.
There lies your love.
Oh, how mine eyes do loathe his visage now.
Silence a while. Robin, take off this head, and music call such as charmeth sleep.
Now when thou wakest, with thine own fool's eyes peep.
Come, my queen, take hands with me. Now thou and I are new in amity.
Fairy king, attend and mark. I do hear the morning lark.
Come, my lord, and in our flight, tell me how it came this night that I sleeping here was found, with these mortals on the ground.
Forester, my love shall hear the music of my hounds. Uncouple in the western valley, let them go. Dispatch, I say, and find the forester. We will, fair queen, up to the mountain's top and mark the musical confusion of hounds and echo in conjunction.
I was with Hercules and Cadmus once, when in a wood of Crete they bayed the bear with hounds of Sparta. Never did I hear such gallant chiding. For besides the groves, the skies, the fountains, and every region near seemed all one mutual cry. I never heard so musical a discord, such sweet thunder.
My hounds are bred out of the Spartan kind, so flewed, so sanded, and their heads are hung with ears that sweep away the morning dew, slow in pursuit, but matched in mouth like bells each under each. A cry more tunable was never hollowed to, nor cheered with horn in Crete, in Sparta, nor in Thessaly. Judge when you hear. But soft lips are these.
My lord, this is my daughter here asleep. And this Lysander, this Demetrius, is this Helena.
Is not this the day that Hermia should give answer of her choice?
It is, my lord.
Go bid the huntsmen wake them with their horns. Begin these wood birds but to couple now? Good morrow, friends.
Pardon, my lord.
I pray you all stand up. I know you two are rival enemies. How comes this gentle concord in the world when hatred is so far from jealousy to sleep by hate and fear no enmity?
My lord, I will reply amazedly, half sleep, half waking, but as I think... For truly would I speak, I came with Hermia hither.
Enough, enough, my lord. You have enough. I beg the law upon his head they would have stolen away. They would, Demetrius, thereby to have defeated you and me. You of your wife, me of my consent. Well, of my consent that she should be your wife.
My lord, fair Helen told me of their stealth, and I in fury hither followed them, fair Helena in fancy following me. But, my good lord, I wot not by what power, but by some power it is, my love to Hermia, melted as melts the snow, seems to me now that all the faith, the virtue of my heart, the object and the pleasure of mine eye is only Helen.
Aegeus, I will overbear your will, for in the temple by and by with us these couples shall eternally be knit. Fair lovers, you are fortunately met. Of this discourse we more will hear anon. Away to us, to Athens. Come, Hippolyta.
Methinks I see these things with parted eye when everything seems double.
So methinks that I have found Demetrius like a jewel, my own and not my own.
Oh, it seems to me that yet we sleep, we dream. Do not you think the Duke was here?
Yea, and my father.
And Hippolyta.
And he did bid us follow to the temple. Why, then we are awake. Come, let's follow him, and by the way, let us recount our dream.
When my cue comes, call me. My next is most fair Pyramus. Hey-ho! Peter Quince! Let the fellows Bender! Snatch the tinker! Starveling! God's me life. Stolen ensign, let me asleep. I've had a most rare vision. I've had a dream. Pass the wit of man to say what dream it was. Man is but an ass if he go about to expound this dream. Methought I was... There's no man can say what methought I was. Methought I was. Methought I had. But man is but a patched fool if he'll offer to say what methought I had. Fool. The eye of man hath not heard, the ear of man hath not seen, man's hand is not able to taste, his tongue to conceive, nor his heart to report what my dream was. I'll get Peter Quince to write a ballad of this dream. It shall be called Bottom's Dream, because it hath no bottom. And I shall sing it at the latter end of the play before the Duke. Peradventure, to make it the more gracious, I shall sing it at her death.
Have you been to Bottom's house? Is he come home yet?
He cannot be heard of. Oh. Out of doubt he is transported.
If he comes not, the play is marred. It goes not forward, doth it?
It is not possible. You have not a man in all Athens able to discharge Pyramus but he.
No, he hath simply the best wit of any handicraft man in Athens.
No. And the best person, too. He's a very paramour for a sweet voice.
You must say paragon. The paramour, God bless us, is a thing of no...
Masters! Masters! The Duke is coming from the temple, and there is 3 or 4 lords and ladies married more. If our play had gone forward, we had all been made men.
Oh, sweet bully Bottom. Thus hath he lost 6 a day during his life. Could not have escaped 6 a day. And the Duke could not give him 6 a day for playing Pyramus. I'll be hanged. He would have deserved it. 6 a day in Pyramus for nothing.
Where are these lads?
Bully! Bully Bottom!
Oh, the courageous Damon's happy hour!
Masters, I am to discourse wonders.
What?
Ask me not what.
Oh, let us hear, sweet Bottom.
No, not a word of me. All I will say is that the Duke hath died. Get your apparel together, fresh ribbons to your pumps, every man look over his part, meet presently at the palace, for the short and the long is, our play is preferred! In any case, let Thisbe have clean linen. And most dear actors eat no onions nor garlic, for we are to utter sweet breath. And I do not doubt but to hear him say it is a sweet comedy. No more words, away. Come, away. Come, away.
Theseus that these lovers speak of.
More strange than true. Lovers and madmen have such seething brains, such shaping fantasies, that apprehend more than cool reason ever comprehends. The lunatic, the lover, and the poet are of imagination all compact. One sees more devils than vast hell can hold, that is the madman. The lover, all as frantic, sees Helen's beauty in a brow of Egypt. The poet's eye, in a fine frenzy rolling, doth glance from heaven to earth, from earth to heaven. And as imagination bodies forth the forms of things unknown, the poet's pen turns them to shapes, and gives to airy nothing a local habitation and a name.
Come the lovers, full of joy and mirth. Joy, gentle friends. Joy and fresh days of love accompany your hearts.
More than to us wait in your royal walks, your board, your bed.
Come now, what revels, what masque shall we have? How shall we beguile the lazy time, if not with some delight?
There is a brief harmonious waltz, all right. Make choice of which your highness will see first.
The battle with the centaurs to be sung by an Athenian eunuch to the harp.
We'll none of that.
The riot of the tipsy bacchanals tearing the Thracian singer in their rage.
That is an old device.
A tedious, brief scene of young Pyramus and his love Thisbe. Very tragical mirth. Very tragical, tedious, and brief. That is hot ice and wondrous strange snow. How shall I find the concord of this discord?
A play there is, my lord, some 10 words long. But by 10 words, my lord, it is too long, which makes it tedious. And tragical, my noble lord, it is. For Pyramus therein doth kill himself. Which, when I saw rehearsed, I must confess, made mine eyes water. But more merry tears, the passion of loud laughter.
And who are they that do play it?
Hard-handed men that work in Athens here, which never laboured in their minds till now, and now have breathed their untoiled memories with this same play against your nuptials.
And we will hear it.
Oh, no, my noble lord, it is not for you. I have heard it over, and it is nothing in the world, unless you can find sport in their intents. Extremely stretched and conned with cruel pain to do you service.
And we will hear the play, for never anything can be amiss when simpleness and duty render it. Go bring them in. Take your places, ladies.
He says they can do nothing in this kind.
The kind are we to give them thanks for nothing.
So please your grace, the prologue is addressed.
Let them approach.
If we offend, it is with our goodwill that you should think we come not to offend, but with goodwill, to show our simple skill. That is the true beginning of our end. Consider then we come but in this part. We do not come as minding to content you. Our true intent is all for your delight. We are not here. That you should here repent you, the actors are at hand, and by their show You shall learn all that you are like to know.
The fellow does not stand up on point. He hath writ his prologue like a rough colt. He knows not the stops.
His speech was like a tangle in chain, nothing impaired but all disordered. Who is next?
Gentles, perchance you wonder at this show, But wonder on, till truth makes all things plain. This man is Pyramus, that you would know. This beauteous lady, Thisbe, is certain. This man with lime and rough cast doth present war. That vile wall which did these lovers sunder, and through walls chink, poor souls, they are content to whisper, at the which let no man wonder. This man with lanthorn, dog, and bush of thorns presenteth moonshine. For, if you will know, by moonshine did these lovers think no scorn to meet at Ninus' tomb, there to woo. This grisly beast, which Lion hight by name, the trusty Thisbe, coming first by night, did scare away, or rather did affright. And as she fled, her mantle she did fall, which Lion vile with bloody mouth did stain. Anon comes Pyramus, sweet youth and tall, and finds his trusty Thisbe's mantle slain. Whereat, with blade, with bloody, blameful blade, he bravely broached his boiling bloody breast. And Thisbe, tarrying in mulberry shade, his dagger drew and died. For all the rest let Lion, moonshine, wall, and lovers twain at large discourse, while here they do remain.
I wonder if the lion be to speak.
No wonder, my lord. One lion may when many asses do.
In this same interlude, it doth befall that I, one Snout by name, present a wall.
And such a wall?
And such a wall as I would have you think that had in it a crannied hole or chink.
Through which the lovers,
Pyramus and Thisbe, did often whisper very secretly. This loam, this rough cast, and this stone does show I am that same wall, the truth is so. And this the cranny is, right?
And sinister.
And sinister, through which the fearful lovers are to whisper.
Would you desire Lyman Hare to speak better?
It is the wittiest partition that ever I heard discourse, my lord.
Our Pyramus draws near the wall.
Silence.
Oh, grim look night! Oh, night, with you so black! Oh, night,
which ever art when day is not. Oh.
I know it. Whichever art may. Alack, alack, alack! I fear my Thisbe's promise is
forgot.
And thou, O wall, O sweet, O lovely wall, that stands between her father's ground and mine. O wall, thou wall, O sweet, O lovely wall, show me thy chink to blink through with mine eye. Thanks, courteous wall. Jove shield thee well for this. But what say I? No Thisbe do I see? Oh, wicked wall, through whom I see no bliss! Cursed be thy stones, for thus deceiving me.
The wall, methinks, being sensible, should curse again.
Oh, no, sir, he should not. Deceiving me is Thisbe's cue. She is to enter now, and I am to spire through the chink in the wall. You will see, sir, it'll fall pat as I told you. Here, yonder she comes.
Oh, wall! Hast thou heard my moans for parting my dear Pinnamanus and me? My cherry lips have often kissed thy stones with lime and hair knit up in thee.
I see her voice. Now will I to the chink to spy, and I can hear my Thisbe's face. Thisbe!
My love! Thou art my love, I think.
Think what thou wilt, I am thy lover's grace, and like Lymander am I trusty still.
And I like Helen till the fates me kill.
Oh, kiss me through the hole of this vile wall.
I kiss the wall's hole, and not your lips at all.
Wilt thou at Ninny's tomb meet me straightway?
Tide life, tide death, I come without delay.
Thus have I, wall, my part discharged so, and being done, thus wall away doth go.
This is the silliest stuff that ever I heard.
The best in this kind are but shadows. The worst are no worse if imagination amend them.
It must be your imagination, then, and not theirs.
If we imagine no worse of them than they of themselves, they may pass for excellent men. Here are two noble beasts, and a moon and a lion.
You ladies, you whose gentle hearts do fear each little monstrous mouse that creeps on floor, may now perchance both quake and tremble here when lion rap in fiercest rage doth roar. Jarr! Then know that I, as Snug the joiner, am a lion fell, or else no lion's dam. For if I should as lion come in strife into this place, oh, 'twere pity on my life.
Ah, very gentle beast and a good conscience.
The very best of a beast, my lord, that e'er I saw.
This lion is a very fox for his bound.
True, and a goose for his discretion.
This lanthorn doth the horny moon.
He should have worn the horns on his head.
This lanthorn doth the horny moon present. Myself the man of the moon do seem to be.
This is the greatest error of all the rest. The man should be put into the lantern. How is it else the man of the moon?
He dares not come there for the candle.
Oh, I am weary of this moon. Would he would change.
In courtesy, we must stay the time. Proceed.
All I have to say is to tell you that this lanthorn is the moon, I the man of the moon, this thorn bush my thorn bush, and this dog my dog.
Oh, but silence! Here comes Thisbe.
This is old Ninny's tomb. Oh, where is my love? Oh, where is my love? Oh, where is my love? Oh,
well wrought lion!
Well done, Thisbe!
Well most lion! And then came...
And so the lion vanished.
Sweet moon, I thank thee for thy sunny beams. I thank thee, moon, for shining now so bright. For by thy gracious golden glittering gleams, I trust to take of truest Thisbe's sight. But stay! Stay! Oh, spite! But mark, poor knight, what dreadful dole is here? Eyes, do you see? How can it be? Oh, dainty duck! Oh, dear! Thy mantle good, what? Stained with blood! Approach, ye furies hell! Come, fates, come! Cut, trade, and thrum! Quail, crush, conclude, and quell!
Bravo! This passion on the death of a dear friend would go near to make a man look sad.
You shrew my heart, but I pity the man.
Come, tears, confound! Out, sword, unwound the pap of Pyramus. Aye, that left pap, where art doth up. Thus die I, thus. Now am I dead. Now am I fled. My soul is in the sky. Tongue, lose thy light. Moon, take thy flight. Moon, take thy flight. Thus die I, die! 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 Die!
Our chance moonshine is gone before Thisbe comes back and finds her lover.
She will find him by starlight. Here she comes, and her passion ends the play.
We think she should not use a long one for such a Pyramus. I hope she will be brief.
She has spied him already with those sweet eyes.
Asleep, my love. What? Dead, my dove. Oh, Pyramus, arise, speak. Quite dumb, dead. Oh, a tomb must cover thy sweet eyes.
These lily brows, this cherry nose, these yellow cowslip cheeks are gone. Oh, God! Lovers, make moan. His eyes were green as leaves. Oh, sisters three, come to me with hands as pale as milk. Lay 'em in gore, since you have shore with shears and shredder, shrilk. Oh, tongue, not a word. Come, trusty sword. Come, blade, my breast imbrued. Oh! And farewell, friends, thus Thisbe ends. Adieu, adieu, adieu.
The iron tongue of midnight doth strike 12. 'Tis almost fairy time. Sweet friends, to bed. I fear we shall outsleep the coming morn as much as we this night have overwatched. A fortnight hold we this solemnity, in nightly revels and new jollity.
Now the hungry lion roars. Now the wolf behowls the moon, whilst the heavy ploughman snores, all with weary task fordone. And we fairies that do run by the triple Hecate's team from the presence of the sun, following darkness like a dream, now are frolic. Not a mouse shall disturb this hallowed house. I'm sent with broom before to sweep the dust behind the door.
glimmering light. By the dead and drowsy fire, every elf and fairy sprite hoppers light as bird from briar. Hand in hand with fairy grace, will we sing and bless this place.
Through the forest keep every night, by the dead and drowsy fire, every elf and fairy sprite hop as light as bird from briar, and sing sweetly after me, sing and dance it dreamily, sing and dance it, 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 sing and dance it.
Now until the break of day, through this house each fairy stray.
To the best bride bed will we, which by us shall blessed be.
And the owner of it blessed ever shall in safety rest.
No stay. Meet me all by break of day.
Away, make no stay. Meet me all by break.